First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Lee Community Church for arranging this event and to St Faith's for hosting it. It's wonderful that the first real public debate is actually on issues to do with ethics, principles and faith. And I'm quite sure that this election will bring many people to think about how can we restore trust in politics, not just nationally but locally. And when this constituency became available, of course, lots of other constituencies were becoming available as well. But I very much wanted to be here as a candidate. And so I worked my socks off in order to become selected. I think there were 17 candidates to start with. And it was a bit of a long process of going through various hustings to get to that point. But I really sensed in my soul that this was something that it was right to do, that there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. And this isn't just about winning this election. This is a tremendous platform to speak about those things that really matter to the very diverse communities which are represented within this constituency. I don't think there are many constituencies that can be as varied as this, within a peninsula surrounded by water, where we have great affluence, people that have worked hard and become very successful. Other people who struggle as much as they can, but they still don't have doors inside of their houses, and housing associations that won't provide them because they say you'll use them as fuel or they'll be stolen. Extraordinary. How we see some people that are extremely comfortable and some people that suffer pain every day from domestic violence or from drug abuse. And so this is a constituency that requires real character and leadership in order to be able to address issues that simply will not be solved tomorrow. It's not possible for anybody to come in as a knight on a white charger and say, I'll fix that. This is something that we have to do together. People who live in this community, who understand this neighbourhood, but also have a heart for other people, compassion to care about things that will mean that ultimately we can create a better, stronger, safer community. I live just about 5 minutes from here in Western Drive in Lee-on-the-Solent, so most of us are neighbours. And I believe that there are things that neighbours can do together. I was very fortunate, being brought up in a family where they were very strong and independently minded Christian leaders that went off to various parts of the world, to Africa and other places, to serve. And so the idea of service, of actually believing that we should expect great things of God and that we should attempt great things for God, is one of the principles within this country that has made us great. Not just that we've had great armed forces, which are very important to us in this community, but that we've had great values and great principles that need to be redefined for the 21st century. I don't think this is going to be easy, and I certainly don't think that one person going to politics can get it right. But I do believe at this point that we in Gosport have a number of issues that we actually can be a model to deal with. One of the things that I started doing early in my life when I studied theology was wanting to go and serve in churches in some of the most poor and difficult communities. But I wanted to get outside of that comfort zone. So that led to working in Central Eastern Europe during the dangerous dying days of communism. And that was really sharpening, because there were people there, prisoners of conscience, people of very pure faith that was refined by fire, who actually stood up for things that would cost them their lives and certainly cause them a great deal of suffering. And that was humbling to see how they were able to do that. And it was good to become a part of a very big team that was serving about 1,000 young leaders and helping them to prepare for the collapse of communism. Now, I thought that would be for a while, and at that point I was a probation officer and working with kids and young delinquents, drug addicts in a place called North Prospective in Plymouth, where they used to occasionally turn police cars over and burn them. And so it was quite challenging. And that was something I thought I would do for a very long time. But then communism collapsed. And there was a need to build a probation service, to build social services, to work with disabled people. And again, that was humbling, to see how people could improvise and overcome terrible difficulties. You saw the kids rocking in their cradles when communism collapsed. But having done that, and now built up a team there, I felt it was very, very important to bring the experience I've got, not just for trying to win an election, but actually to offer an opportunity to serve to people in communities in Britain, where perhaps now it will be possible to solve problems that will need time, but dedication and commitment to solve.